Hello, viewers and readers. I hope all is well with you. The world waits for exactly what will happen at the end of the ceasefire, that is just a day or two away. A lot has been said about the US targeting the refineries, water desalination plants, and power systems of Iran in a widespread campaign. Based upon how this war has progressed thus far, logic cannot be a guide on US actions, but Iran has pretty much acted upon its threats. So, in this video, we look at possible escalation vectors. The map displayed shows the location of all major desalination plants, oil refineries, and oil infrastructure in the region. The blue circles represent desalination plants, while the oil barrel icons represent oil infrastructure. Assuming the US begins bombing the extended Iran target list, the Iranians can respond with missiles immediately, bringing some destruction to all of these targets. If they concentrate a volley of their latest missiles, they could possibly destroy the target they are after in one major strike. The Al Jubail complex was hit earlier on in the war, but it was a relatively small strike that destroyed about a city block of facilities. The entire industrial city is huge. It would take at least a dozen major impacts at vital areas with the right types of warheads to start a major fire that could destroy much of the facility. A target of this high a value will of course be heavily defended. The Iranians may strike at the desalination plants, which are an easier target and would ensure Iran was able to survive in the long haul. A successful attack against all neighboring desalination plants in the region would cripple the water supply of the countries that could be used as a launch pad for attacks against Iran. If Iran could pull off an attack like this, it would be devastating as these countries rely on these desalination plants for most of their water. The water humans consume is only a portion of the water used by modern human society. The rest is used in industrial and other processes. The massive shortfall in water output would plunge all of these countries into a state of chaos. This chaos would make them unable to conduct military operations against Iran or allow them to be used as hospitable forward military bases for continued attacks against Iran. In one fell swoop, Iran could reset the stage for its inherent natural and historical domination of the region. This very state of affairs, i.e., Iran being the only place in the region with large reserves of easily tapped water, is the reason Iran rose as the root of civilization in the entire region and dominated it for thousands of years. The ensuing public uprising against leaders in the target countries who are totally divorced from reality would lead to the overthrow of most of their monarchies, and Iran would fill the void to bring stability and peace to the region. It would also emerge as a true world power with geographic advantages on par with larger countries like China. Of course, taking this level of action leaves no undo. Once executed, it must be followed through. Therefore, it is possible Iran will not have the intestinal fortitude to make such a leap, but they have thus far demonstrated total commitment, so it is also possible they will execute. How Iran reacts will be in direct response to how the US acts. Destroying the desalination plants is actually by far and away Iran's best military option if the US means to switch to total warfare, as it is the only way to make the surrounding lands uninhabitable for an invading force of the size, thirst, and density that would be needed to launch a fatal attack against Iran. The most likely scenario is the US will continue its pedantry bombing campaign. Iran will continue to hold out, and the global economy will go into an engineered tailspin that the elites are waiting for. In every crash, the ultra rich buy up assets for a penny on the dollar, while the poor line up in soup lines, the rich buy vast swaths of entire large countries. Only time will tell how this situation will come to fruition. I would implore everyone to take proper precautions where possible. The world could be entering a very interesting period. Knowledge is power. Keep yourself updated and do the work to get multiple sources of unbiased information from alternative media. As usual, I will strive to keep my readers and viewers in the know.
Thank you for your time, dear viewers and readers. Until next time, bye.